Alrighty, guys, I am 4-0, my last 4 daily best plays on my website. And if you want to see a video breakdown of every one of my personal bets here today, the only way you can do that is to watch my board member podcast. And the only way you can access my board member podcast is to join my full access, all-inclusive board member package on my website. But before I get into a little bit more of that, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to my NBA free pick video here today for Friday, February 24th, 2023. Happy Friday to you. The weekend is finally here. My name is Brock Page. I've been giving out free sports picks right here on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, guys, if you want to see a full video breakdown of every one of my personal bets here today, you can do that right now by becoming a board member on my website. Now, folks who are signed up to my all-inclusive board member package, they get access to my board member podcast every single day for the next 30 days. You also get access to every single personal play, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days as well. The math works out to be just $1.66 a day. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. What I do on patreon.com/BrockPage is I actually share with you which one of these free picks on these videos that I'm actually betting on personally. Now, I currently have over 535 members who are signed up and active on my site right now. And with that, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Knicks at the Wizards, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. New York's -1.5, totals 224 and a hook. And speaking of the total, both teams have been playing some pretty good defense respectively. The Knicks currently have the lowest defensive field goal percentage on the road in the game. Meanwhile, Washington, they're also in the top 5 in defensive field goal percentage as well. Now, more recently, the Wizards have gone 60% to the under in their last 10 outings. Meanwhile, the Knicks saw unders against the likes of Atlanta, Orlando, and Miami. Now, when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game's being featured as my $1.99 daily best play on my website. So if you want to see whether I'm taking the Knicks on the road here, or if I like Washington in the nation's capital, there's only a couple ways you can find out. One, well, you can just sign up for my $1.99 daily best play on my website. And like I said, this game is being featured as my $1.99 daily best play here today. And just a reminder, guys, if you sign up for that daily best play, you're going to get access to that daily best play every single day for the next 30 days. Or you can do number 2. That came out weird. You can do number 2. You can sign up to my full access, all-inclusive board member package on that site. The board member package gives you access to every single personal play I give out, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just $1.66 a day. Now, as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to my board member podcast every single day during that span as well. The board member podcast gives you a video breakdown of every single one of my personal bets for that day. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, I'm going to lean toward the under 224.5. Next game, Cavaliers Hawks, 7:30 p.m. East. Atlanta's -1, totals 227. Now, the Hawks have played some really tough defense against Cleveland in recent meetings, actually holding the Cavs to just 107 points a game in their last 10 contests. As far as this season's concerned, Atlanta's in the top 5 in defending the three-pointer at home. DeJounte Murray, he's got a whole bunch of steals on this season, and he averages just about 5 defensive boards a game. Now, Murray's currently second on the team in points. Meanwhile, Trae Young, he averages a team-high 26 points per contest, along with double-digit assists. Now, they're facing a Cleveland squad who's in the second of a back-to-back here today. They lost to Denver just last night, and they allowed 115 points in the loss. Cleveland also plays their worst basketball on the road, 13-17 straight up away from home, and they rank in the bottom 5 in scoring. Now, injury-wise for Atlanta, John Collins is out for them. When it comes to the total, 3 out of Atlanta's last 4 at home did stay under the number. They also went 60% to the under in their last 10 at any location. Meanwhile, Cleveland saw 7 out of their last 10 meetings with the Hawks stay under the total as well. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Give me Atlanta -1, under 227. Next game, Heat Bucks, 7:30 p.m. East. Milwaukee's -2, totals Milwaukee's -2, totals 219. And even though the Bucks are modestly favored at home, they're probably going to work without Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's currently doubtful with a wrist. And if that ain't bad enough, Crowder, Middleton, Connaughton, and Portis are all questionable. Wesley Matthews is out. Now they're taking on a Miami squad who allows fewer points per contest than any other team in the league except for one. And no real shock here, guys. The Heat's one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the East. Bam Adebayo snagging double-digit rebounds a game. He also ranks second on the team in scoring. Meanwhile, Jimmy Butler, he's averaging over 21.5 points a game himself. Now, injury-wise, once again, Giannis and Matthews are out for Milwaukee. Crowder, Middleton, Connaughton, and Portis are questionable. When it comes to the total, Milwaukee went 6-2 to the under in their last 8. They're also 66% to the under in all of their games at the Fiserv. Meanwhile, Miami on the other side, they saw unders recently against the likes of Orlando, Houston, and New York. Give me the Heat +2, under 219. Next game, Nets, Bulls, 8 o'clock East. Chicago's -2, totals 222. I'm not sure Chicago's playing good enough basketball to get the job done. They're on a 6-game losing streak, and they're in the bottom 5 in second quarter scoring at home. They're also kind of banged up right now. Dragic, DeRozan, Jones, and Caruso are questionable to play. Pat Bev's also questionable to go as well. They're facing a Nets team on the other side who's still 10 games over 500. They play some pretty good defense. Brooklyn's in the top 10 in the NBA right now in defensive points per game. Nick Claxton's grabbing 6.5 defensive rebounds per contest. Now, Claxton also leads the NBA in offensive field goal percentage. The big man's making over 72% of his field goal attempts. Meanwhile, Seth Curry's drilling 42% of his shots from three-land. When it comes to the injury report, Ben Simmons is questionable for the Nets. Meanwhile, for Chicago, once again, Dragic, DeRozan, Jones, Caruso, and Pat Bev, they are all officially listed as questionable. When it comes to the total in this one, 5 out of Chicago's last 6 at the United Center stayed under the total. Oops. I messed up there. Disregard what I just said about that. I am going to lean toward Brooklyn +2 over 222. No discussion, no breakdown on the total. We're going over. No discussion needed. All right, next game, Hornets Timberwolves, 8 o'clock East. Minnesota's -6, totals 241. Now, the T-Wolves are still playing some good basketball at home. They're 20-13 in the Target Center, and they're in the top 5 in shooting from the field. Anthony Edwards, he averages a team-high 24 points a game along with 5 boards. Meanwhile, Rudy Gobert is scoring a double-digit points a night. Gobert, double-digit points a night. Gobert, averaging double-digit boards a game. They're taking on a Charlotte team who's dead last in the NBA in defensive boards themselves. The Hornets are also allowing over 120 points a game on the road. Now, injury-wise, Rozier and Oubre are questionable. Martin's out. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, Taurean Prince is questionable for them. When it comes to total, Minnesota saw 6 out of their last 7 get over the total. Meanwhile, Charlotte went 20-13 to the over in their travels. Give me Minnesota -6 over 241. Next matchup, Rockets Warriors, 10 o'clock Eastern start time. Golden State's -10.5, totals 231 and a hook. Now, the Warriors are still playing their best basketball at home. They're 22-7 in the Chase Center, and they're averaging over 120 points a game there. Klay Thompson scoring 21 points a game and drills 40% of his long balls. Meanwhile, Jordan Poole scoring 20 points a game himself. They're taking on a Houston club who has the worst record in basketball. And no real surprise here, guys. The Rockets are currently dead last in shooting from the field. Now, injury-wise, Green and Porter are out for Houston. Meanwhile, for Golden State, Curry and Payton are still out for them. Wiggins and Rollins, they're also listed as questionable. When it comes to the total, the Warriors saw 3 out of their last 4 at the Chase Center get over the number. They also went 70% to the over in their last 10. Now, the Rockets allowed over 116 points a game in their last 10 meetings with the Warriors. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. Give me Golden State minus 10.5 over 231 and a hook. Next game, Thunder, Suns, 10 o'clock East. Phoenix is minus 6.5, totals 231. Now, the Suns haven't been great offensively. They're in the bottom 10 in the NBA in scoring, and they have one of the lower field goal percentages in the Western Conference. They're facing an Oklahoma City team who covered in 5 out of their last 7 themselves. They certainly have little issue getting on the scoreboard. OKC averages 118 points a game, and they rank in the top 5 in road scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he gets a team-high 31 points a game. He's actually 5th in the NBA in that category. Meanwhile, Isaiah Joe, he's knocking down 44% of his three-pointers. Now, injury-wise for Phoenix, Kevin Durant and Landry Shamet are still out. Cameron Payne is questionable. When it comes to the number, Phoenix saw overs against the Clippers, Nets, and Raptors recently. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City went 4-3 to the over in their last 7. I'm going to lean toward the Suns, minus 6.5. I'm going to lean toward OKC, plus 6.5 over 231. Next game, Kings, Clippers, 10:30 p.m. East. LA Clippers are minus 7, totals 236. And even though they're favored by a couple of buckets, the Clippers are the lowest scoring team at home in the league. They also have one of the lowest offensive field goal percentages at home in the NBA as well. They're taking on a Sacramento team who loves to score points. These guys lead the league in points per game, and they're in the top 3 in shooting from the field. De'Aaron Fox, he averages 24 points a game along with 6 assists. Meanwhile, Domantas Sabonis scores 18 points a night himself. He also leads the league in rebounds. Now, total-wise, the Clippers have seen an absurd amount of unders as the home team. Out of 28 contests as the official home team, the unders cashed 22 times. Sacramento's 19-9 to the under as the official road team this year themselves. Now, when it comes to the injury report, Opala's questionable for the Kings. Zubac is out for the Clippers. Give me the LA Clippers minus 7. What? Who is writing these notes today? Jeez Louise. Give me the Kings plus 7. Under 236. Unbelievable. We're not even going to do a quick recap because I don't even... Unreal. I don't even know if it's going to be written down right. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Friday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.